Hey everyone, Evan Kirstel. Happy holidays. I have today Alfredo Ramirez, CEO at Vyopta, a company I've known for quite a while. Alfredo, how are you?
Doing well, Evan. It's great to be with you.
Yeah, it's great to chat with you again. This is a fascinating time for video, for hybrid work, for remote work, and you are right in the middle of all those trends at Vyopta. Maybe introduce yourself briefly. Who is Vyopta for the viewers, and what do you do?
Yes, thanks. So here at Vyopta, we deliver what we refer to as intelligent monitoring analytics, also known as collaboration intelligence, a term that we've leveraged quite a bit, which is all about accessing collaboration data, providing that visibility, performing analysis, and it's all around the business collaboration communication technologies that enterprises use today. And we serve to help organizations optimize those user experiences, technology performance, engagement, workspace utilization around collaborative work.
That's fantastic. And you work in an ecosystem of very large companies: Microsoft, Zoom, Cisco, Google. Um, so, how do you deploy yourself in your customers' environments, and how do you really help them given all the challenges around video and remote working that we've seen firsthand?
So from a deployment standpoint, um, technically, Vyopta can be collecting data cloud to cloud in minutes.
Mhm.
And for all the on-premise devices and infrastructure, there's a collector software component that can be downloaded, set up, and it can start collecting data within minutes as well. Now, the challenge I'd say is not the technical challenge of enabling it;
Mhm.
it's passing all the security, information security requirements, and so that's typically what elongates the deployment timeframe is getting through those processes. So I'm proud to say that Vyopta offers a global cloud footprint to support the global 2,000 large government agencies that we serve today.
That's fantastic. And checking out your bio just before our chat, you've been at it at Vyopta for 16 years, and I'm not sure how many years that is in dog years, but that's a long time in tech, maybe predating cloud as we know it today. So tell us about your journey there. That's extraordinary.
Yeah, yes, this has been a journey. So we started Vyopta really after two other companies that we had co-founded and exited with within a few years each. And this company, we've taken, it's taken we've had a longer journey. And
Hmm.
I'd say the first half of the journey was developing a number of applications wrapped around services. Uh, and from that, we determined product market fit with one of those applications, which eventually became what we offer today as in collaboration intelligence. So back in 2015, we uh, made a an effort. Well, we pivoted the business to focus on what we referred to back then as video performance management, and then over time uh, evolved that into unified communications performance management, and today what we're referred to now as collaboration intelligence. Continuing to advance how we enable organizations to optimize not only technology performance but user experience and engagement, which is
That's
critical
fantastic.
for collaborative work.
Oh, absolutely. So we've been on this journey, all of us, in the world of work over the pandemic. Tell us about that. That must have been quite a roller coaster, to say the least, for you and your team and customers. And where are we now? Where are we headed with remote work and hybrid work?
Yeah, this is a really great topic because I'd say what has occurred over time, specifically not just when the pandemic started in 2020, at least from our perspective here in the US, uh, we have proven as humans, the workforce, business to be exceedingly resilient. And so, based on what tools are available to us in order to continue doing what is needed to be done to not only support our families, but our businesses. And in 2020, fortunately, there was the technology tool base available to support remote
Mm,
work with the massive migration from in-office work to remote. And over time, adapting to what we refer to as hybrid, really just it's really a flexible work environment. And recently we released an ebook that covers that. And so rather than repeating a lot of the insights that was, that we have learned over time from other sources, let's say from Harvard Business School and the number of
mm,
meetings increasing year over year, the duration of meetings decreasing, uh, the average workday span of knowledge workers increasing by Forbes to,
mm.
the Kaiser Family Foundation reporting how employee wellness has suffered over time. So we basically have made an effort to really extend the research to provide greater insights beyond that. And I'd say it strengthens what I started with. Hey, we as humans are very resilient and can adapt to the environments that are presented in front of us. And our new white paper that we released recently, in part, it was research with Dr. Andrew Brodsky from the University of Texas, who's a professor of management in the McCombs School of Business. And our team, we uncovered that engagement has really adapted to our new world that
Mm.
we're in. And actually, I probably shouldn't refer to it as new any longer because it is really it is our world today, and
Right.
I don't believe it's really going to change. If anything, it, we have now a, a an environment that can support flexible work, and we don't have to focus on hiring everyone in a specific geography uh, or have everyone go into the office. And so this is very powerful for organizations that can take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, and we're talking here from the U.S. perspective, but of course, this is a global phenomenon. We're all interconnected with supply chains and remote teams. And, I have a number of clients who have distributed workforces around the world, including in Ukraine, who's seen, this dramatic impact on workers and all of the remote, amazing software development they're doing there. And even, I understand you work for DoD entities as well. So tell us about globalization, because this is, we could be having a call from anywhere to anywhere with anyone, anytime, and you're sort of at the core of that interworking and intercommunication, right?
Yes. Well, I'd say, look, globalization of our economies is here and has been here for quite a while. Having synchronous communication that is easy to use and has been massively adopted further increases the dependency among not just business entities around the world, but governments. And I think that's positive. Um, and most recently, there was an article, like the title of it escapes me, but it was from the CIO at the U.S. Army, who has written about how you know the uh, the need for sharing information and having the tools and technology platform to support that increases not only efficiency but intelligence to improve outcomes. And since you brought up the topic of the Ukraine, he specifically covered that topic, how we're able to share more information and intelligence at a significantly faster rate that provides the Ukrainian defense capabilities to progress more positive or to have better outcomes in their activities. And what allows that is cloud, the
Hmm.
dropping of the walls or silos of teams and having to rely on email or sneaker mail to communicate to get that information out to the field. So what we have today is an incredible platform for not just applications to get work done, but also communication and collaboration technology to get things done.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about having meetings and It's life saving. Whether you talk about critical collaboration in telehealth or communication with first responders in the field, monitoring wildfires. All these things have come to the forefront, and video and collaboration is a critical part of that. You must have a lot of anecdotes or stories around some of these things. I'm sure you can share some and some not. But what are you seeing in health IT with some of your healthcare clients, for example?
Well, I mean, because of meeting technology, you know, at the start of the pandemic, the healthcare was able to deliver remote telehealth,
Hmm.
and that was critical. Uh, Now, a lot of the on-prem encounters like imaging declined significantly, but at least uh, patients were able to get some degree of
Hmm.
care virtually that's possible. And I think that was really critical when we couldn't go anywhere, or there was a challenge to get anywhere because of a killer virus.
Hmm.
So I'd say, being able to support patient encounters virtually was critical at the start of the pandemic, and it continues to be a major part of patient care delivery today. May not be as high, but it continues to be a very critical part of the care delivery system today. Uh, the other is the quality of the an experience of telehealth continues to improve year over year. And I think
Hmm.
it's a great way to support the patient population going forward. The population is growing at a faster rate than the caregivers. There's not as many doctors per people.
Yeah,
That
and
ratio
nurses.
continues to,
It's a real
and nurses.
crisis, and so the idea
Yes.
that we can manage with the workforce we have in the way I've always done is just a pipe dream. I think we're going to have much more need to leverage technology, including video and automation and cloud and all kinds of cutting edge stuff. So just curious, I'm here in Boston. You're in Austin. I miss my trips out to South by. It's been a few years. We're in a bit of a tech challenged environment. What's the feel in Austin? How's the up and coming city for tech, the next Silicon Valley, as some people called it? How's it doing?
Uh, it is ripe for opportunity here in the Austin area. So look, in general, obviously the tech sector's been hit hard in the
Hmm.
uh, last few months, based on the stock market, which affects not just publicly traded companies, but
Hmm.
that affects even the private companies like Vyopta in some sense. But there continues to be a lot of investing still going on, probably more on the earlier stage
Hmm.
companies versus those that are more established. But I'd say there's definitely an excitement for the new year. And granted, you always hear of all the negative news out there, but I think the most important is to have a better understanding of what you're facing so you can
Hmm.
plan for it. So I think whether it's the investment community or the tech executives, everyone's looking forward to having a better understanding of what they're going to have to deal with so they can more effectively invest, whether it's money, people, and time to continue plowing through, advancing in their respective tracks to delivering the best customer solutions and experiences.
Fantastic. Well, one thing I'm looking forward to after the holidays is South by Southwest beer and barbecue. Never gets old. I hope you're going to light that fire behind you. That looks fantastic. I don't know if it's cold enough in Austin yet, but it is
It's
here in Boston. So thanks, Alfredo. Really great chatting, getting an update on Vyopta, and best wishes for the new year.
same to you, Evan, and it's a great pleasure as always to meet up.
All right. Thanks so much.